Hello. Is there anybody out there? Can you hear me? I've got my little welcome sign out. Oh, look at that. I can see it on my iPad. That's fun. Oh, but you're getting it weird. You're getting it turned. Uh-oh. How is that going to fix? Oh, well, hang on a sec. We might have to do some turning here. Hold tight. It could really change the way I do things here. Hi, Kathy Jo. You never know till you get these things set up. You can see my shirt there. That's not too cool. There we go. Is that better? Bit better. Here, let me do that. Well, that's a bit better. And I'm going to just pull that down. I feel like my slip is showing. Okay, so if I move that way, you can see maybe a bit better. I was really hoping that we could do this landscape, not portrait, but I guess it has different ideas. Anyways, okay. So, thanks for dropping in. I'm just going to wait a minute and sort of blab a bit. Maybe fix this a little bit more. Hopefully we get a few more viewers. I'm not seeing that. Oh, 3 people. Hang on a sec. There we go. 2 comments. Wow. Like, what an idiot you are, Suzanne. Okay. Still tweaking this. It's not perfect, is it? Well, you live and learn. So here I'm learning. Anyways, welcome to Facebook Live and me. And it's kind of my first, although I have done one before. But I wanted to share with you the new dies that I have from Elizabeth Craft Design. And I have a project that you can have a look at. And I hope you like it. And I just wanted to remind people that may not have heard about it that we have a new fan group, and it's called Suzanne Cannon Fan Group, and it's on Facebook, and I'd love to have you all join because I love seeing what people do with my products, and sometimes I don't catch tags, and maybe you don't tag them, and so I miss out on quite a lot, and sometimes I just have my head in the sand, so sorry if that's happened. So come and join us, share your work. I know it's just been the design team so far, but everybody's work is awesome, and I love to see it, and I love the variety. And you know, if you've been following me long enough, you know I go from elegant and simple to altered and vintage and grungy, and I love it all. So, hi Wanda, I see you there. Welcome. Hello. Okay, and the other thing that I wanted to mention before we got started was that we're taking over the Elizabeth Craft Designs blog tomorrow, and there's 6 projects on there, and they're all using the new dies. So have a look, and hopefully you get some ideas sparked from those posts. Okay, well, how many? Well, we have 6 people. Awesome. Okay, well, let's just spend some time. I'm going to move the welcome sign here. And can you hear me all right? Say yes. I haven't seen anybody complain yet. Okay, so now this is totally off kilter from what I had planned, because I planned to do it landscape, and it's obviously wanting to be portrait. So I apologize for that. I was going to tape off my area if there was a problem, and apparently there is. So my apologies for that. I'll get it ironed out one of these days. Anyways, so this is the set of new dies, and in alphabetical order. Bliss is the first one. So there's all sorts of things you can do with bliss, like garden bliss. Yogi did a very cool card with a piece of tiramisu, and it said bliss on it, and yeah. Okay, and then the second one, and the one we're going to use today, is the butterflies and star sprays. And this was originally a stencil, and it's been out of stock for quite a long time. So we decided to turn it into a die set. And they were designed so that the arc could go over one of the Away with Words dies. So that's what they were designed for. But then if you watch the design team, they will do all sorts of things with them. So have a look out for that. We're going to use the stars today. Okay, next thing is good luck. And you can use good luck for St. Patrick's Day, of course, but anybody that's going on to a new job or graduating, that's a great die for that. And my garden flowers, well, when I started this, I was thinking of Susan Tierney Coburn, of course, that has these exquisite flowers with Elizabeth Craft Designs. And I thought I was going to do garden, and I was going to do flowers. And I thought, well, why not do garden flowers? And then how about because my is your own garden, but it could be used with other dies. And we'll give you some ideas for that too. And notes, well, I had no idea that Elizabeth Craft Designs was going to be doing planners. So this was kind of a happy mistake. Not a mistake at all. The eighth note and the treble clef I added because I know that my music rubber stamps are quite popular. So I thought, well, that may as well add that in. And then the last one is shine. And that's the one we're using today. Okay. Let's put those aside. And I hope you can't hear my cat crying in the background. He's very sad that he can't play today. Oh, hang on a sec. I lost the feed. Siri thinks she's... Are you there? Can you see me? Hang on a sec. There we go. Okay. So here's the card. You see me poking buttons. Sorry about that. Okay, what we're going to do is this shine card. Is it shining for you? It's a shining star. And it's really simple to put together. It won't take you long. I'll give you the dimensions, and you can make your own. So let me just put that aside for now. Hang on a sec. Okay, so here's the dies on their own. So I thought this card would be good for someone that you wanted to encourage, maybe someone that was graduating or receiving a promotion, or maybe a young person that is a little nervous about an upcoming recital, piano, dance. Okay. That's the dies. And the cardstock I'm using is a very mirrored silver cardstock because I thought silver and blue went together so well. And this is the basil cards. Oh, look, you can see my reflection. Yes, that's a mistake. Well, I should be smarter than that, shouldn't I? Okay, so that's and it's a basil foil cardstock. And this is a very favorite paper that I've used for years, and it's actually a printer's paper. It's Beckett Cambric Navy, and I got it from a printer, but really any dark blue cardstock would work really well. It gives the night sky look, and it's not quite as harsh as black. And it comes in 8.5 by 11, but hey, any dark cardstock is awesome. Okay, I'll move that out of the way. Just ask if you have any questions. Hopefully I'll catch them. Now, can you hear the cat? I hope not. He's very sad that he's not allowed in here. Okay, the first thing to do with this card is cut a piece of cardstock. And seeing this is such a big space here. Mish Forche, what are you doing? You go back to whatever you were doing. You don't need to be watching this. No laughing either. Oh yes, meow, Kathy Joe. Okay, there's the piece of cardstock, and I cut that into just a simple panel that's 6.5 by 5 inches. And then took the die and die cut that piece of paper like that. And do it on an angle because you want shine to go in here, and you don't leave yourself a little bit of room, and then you can trim. You don't have to worry about where you've placed that. So once you've got that done, trim it. See, this is a really fast card. Trim it down to 5.5 inches across here by 4 inches. Still with the spray up here. And then, oh, by the way, now where did I put those? Okay, there. One nice thing about these sprays is that you end up with a bunch of confetti. This is Robin's favorite. It's all the little confetti bits, and that could go in an envelope. Sweet, huh? Okay. Oh, great. My other son's here too. One's in Edmonton, one's in Hawaii. Oh, and I should say happy birthday to Denis, the husband unit. He's in Chicago, and it's probably too cold for him to get any kind of reception there. Okay, so we're up to this stage. We've got this panel trimmed to 5.5 by 4 inches. Oh, and I should say Kathy Joe is here, and she's way over on the other end of the country, and she is putting up links to the products, and hopefully you can grab them there. And this will be archived, so you can check it out later if you need to. Okay, the next thing you want to do is die cut shine from the silver cardstock. See, we've only got 2 cardstocks here, the silver and the dark blue. And you're going to want to put it right there. And this is where I have to do my hard work, isn't it? Because I am going to pull in my glue dots. Can you see those glue dots? Can't live without my glue dots. And I'm just going to, now I'm not sure I can do this without being right. Oh, there's something I need to show you. Look at that. When you flip it over, you can see it. There's a little wee counter space that didn't get poked out. So this is an awl, and this is what I use for poking out any counter spaces that are stuck in, and just through it goes and get rid of the little bit, and you're good to go. So that's one of my favorite tools is the awl, and it's on the Quietfire design site, and Kathy Jo will give you a link to it soon. But I use it for all sorts of things. As you can tell, it's pretty well used, this one. Okay, my glue dots now. If you take, now this is the way they want you to use them. They want you to put your project right down on the glue dot. Can you see that? Should I move that over? Is that good? And push it down like that. But a lot of the Away with Words dies are too thin in places, and the glue dot will show behind, and that bothers me. So what I do all the time is take my fingernail and scratch the glue dot like that, and it's on my fingernail. See, my fingernails are the handiest tool I've got. And put it on the back of the die. And I'll do that in a few places. You don't need adhesive all over the back of these dies. I usually do one maybe at either end, one on the flourish, and one in the middle for sure. And there you go. And that's probably enough. Okay, the other trick that's, did you see that? I didn't have my 4 eyes on, so I was watching it happen. Okay, I'm going to put that aside for right now, just a little bit out of the way. And one of the things that I see sometimes is that the die cuts don't go on straight. So I have the T-square, the handy dandy T-square. Wonderful tool. And they're really inexpensive. They're more expensive to ship than they are to buy, which is unfortunate, but you want them packed pretty well because they are flexible and they're just made of plastic. So let's look at this. Now I happen to have another shine. I should have done this before, but I wasn't thinking. And if I want shine right there, and I want it straight across, I'm going to butt the T end of my T-square up against the side of the panel, the cardstock panel, and I'm going to look for where the baseline is on the word. I'm going to pull that out now, and I'm going to take this other handy dandy tool, which is a soapstone pencil. And it comes in, it's on my site. Kathy Jo will give you the link, but you could probably get it locally from a dry goods store, dress supplies, fabric supplies. And it's a wonderful little tool for dark cardstock because you can draw a line across there and you can see it. Can you see it? I can see it. I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm not sure if you can see it. I can lift that up, maybe. Can you see? Can you see the little, it's very faint, but it'll come out by just rubbing it with the sleeve of your shirt. There. Okay, so this is where you bring out your inner calligrapher and you look for the baseline where the lettering was made. So I know with the flourish and things, it tends to wobble a bit, but this will really help you get things straight. And you know what, I might even stand up for this. So the S is going to drop below, but you want to make sure the other letters are straight. And maybe I should have moved that a little farther over, but okay. And then to rub out the line, you just need to take your shirt and do that. And it's gone. Awesome. Calligrapher's trick. Soapstone pencils. Okay. And if you can do that with pencils on lighter colored cardstock, and if you do that, the Zentanglers have this cool, use this cool Tombow Mono Zero eraser that has a small point on it. So that's a handy dandy tool, and I have that on my site too. And Kathy Jo will give you the link to that. Okay, so that's on there. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so that's the front panel, and you could do it a whole lot faster than I've been talking about it. The next thing you're going to do is to cut the silver panel, and that's I'm going to put it underneath real quick so you can't see me in the reflection, and that's what it's going to look like. So, and did I give you the dimensions of that? It's 1/8 inch larger all around than the stars panel, and this one is 5 3/4 by 4 1/4 inches, and the whole card is a 5 by 7 card. Okay, now we're going to glue this down, and you can use, if you have a tape runner or whatever you normally use. I always have my glue dots handy, so these are the micro glue dots. I probably would use minis for this. They're a bit bigger, but this is what I have handy. So, and just press the corner onto the glue dot, and you're good to go. Yeah, I don't over glue things just in case, because I live in fear that things are going to go in the wrong place. So if you put this down in the corner, you still have some wiggle room before you put it down for good. And there we go. And if you do make a mistake, there's this wonderful product called Undo. And it is a sticker remover. It works on photographs and it doesn't wreck them. And you just take the cap off and run a bit under the corner where you've made your gluing indiscretion. And it will release it. And as soon as it dries, all the solvent comes out of it, it will be sticky again. So there we're good. Now the last thing is the 5 by 7 card base, and I did tentfold, and we're going to put it on there. Now, I don't know what I got on there. Pretend you didn't see that. It's not on the original one. And then I have this foam tape from Scrapbook Adhesives that I really like, because you can cut off as much as you want at a time. And they have little squares too. But this is what I had handy. So, and it's black. So it's not gonna, when you look sideways at the card, you're not gonna see that undergarment. It's gonna be hiding. So cut yourself a few little pieces. So this is double-sided foam tape. What do they call it? Crafty foam tape or something? Kathy Jo will give you a link for it. Now, some of these links that she's giving you are to Amazon, and they'll be to amazon.ca, but I'm sure as soon as you get on Amazon, if you're in the US or if you're in Europe, we'll redirect you to your local Amazon. Okay, so we got those. Oh, you know what? I always put a little bit in the middle. Not a lot. Okay, tacky, tacky, tacky. Okay. And then you're just going to position this. And there you have it. Good to go. Now I've got 2 of these cards. I better find people to send them to. And I wanted to show you an alternative here. And this is one I made this afternoon that's a little pinkier, but it's still with the same sentiment. So let me know. That's about it. I just wanted to remind you again about the takeover on the Elizabeth Craft Designs blog tomorrow. We're going to be sharing 6 projects for the new release, and that there is the Suzanne Cannon fan Facebook group. I thought the only fan I had was my mother, but apparently not. So please come and put your projects up there, because I'd love to see them. I know we've had some guest designers in the past, and please join in and post your creations there. Is there any other things? Hi, Diana. Is there anything else anybody wants to know? Any questions? Anything about the products? The dies are shipping now. I'm shipping them out of my out of here, and I'm also Elizabeth Craft Designs is also shipping them. So, and they're coming out of the U.S. So I'm here. You can send me a note. Try not to use Facebook Messenger. I'm not very good with that. So just to warn you, if you contact me through Facebook Messenger, we might not connect. So, Kathy Jo, do I have anything I'm missing? See, this is a really fast card. Oh, this one also has an extra panel underneath because I thought it needed it. And don't, this would be my recommendation, you can do whatever you want, is don't use a busy cardstock for cutting the star spray or putting the word dies on, because they will get lost. The thicks and thins and the lettering just make it blend sometimes with the background. So thanks very much for coming in. I'm going to say goodbye because I don't see any questions, but Kathy Jo's given you links to all sorts of things. Hi, Jen. Thank you. Okay, well, easy card, pretty short. I know your time is precious, so I hope you come back. We're going to try and make this a regular thing. Let me know if another time would be better. We're sort of working with Kathy Jo's time frame as well. I'm 4 o'clock here on the West Coast, and she's 8 p.m. on the East Coast, so we're trying to make that work. Yeah, so thanks for joining in, and hopefully we'll see you next week.